Loose talk in a war zone has returned to trouble the federal opposition leader. Tony Abbott has been forced to call the widow of an Australian soldier killed in Afghanistan after video emerged of him swearing about the incident. His comments have been defended even by the government, but his awkward response when confronted with the footage has raised more questions.
On the battlefield, it was one throwaway line, a touring politician trying to make sense of war.
It's really obvious that
4 months on, the conversation has everyone talking, but in Canberra, no one's calling Tony Abbott insensitive.
I don't believe that anything that Mr Abbott said he intended to cause offence, and he's made that clear.
His colleagues made it abundantly clear.
I think what he was saying was that terrible things happen in war.
And if you'd seen the extended version of the production, you would have seen a bunch of diggers nodding and saying, you know what, Tony, that's right. Sometimes dreadful things happen in war.
You could see from the body language, if nothing else, that Tony was trying to console these soldiers.
And the Defence Minister shares the opposition leader's sentiment, although in more formal terms.
In the terrible and difficult circumstances of the fog of war, often bad things happen.
To many, the real controversy is found in Tony Abbott's response.
Okay, well, tell me, what's the context, and if it's out of context, what is the context? You're not saying anything, Tony.
I've given you the response you deserve.
The moment of tension is being put down to shock.
He was looking for a way to stop this unacceptable ambush.
I think he recoiled from what he thought was a deeply offensive and unfair statement.
This is about shutting your mouth, because whatever you say next can hurt a person who's already hurt. So if you have to stay silent for 30 seconds, you stay silent for 30 seconds.
I think that, as dignified a silence as you can muster is sometimes the best response to what you think are out-of-line questions.
He's saying nothing more for fear of compounding the grief of Jared McKinney's family. Privately, Tony Abbott's critics within the party see this as a serious misstep under pressure, an example of poor judgment. Even so, raw emotion has always been his style, and in this case, the majority of the party clearly believes that he's been wronged. Hayden Cooper, ABC News, Canberra.